Chelsea FC, home to one of the highly prestigious youth academies in England, alongside the largest and most infamous loan system in Europe. Those two in combination isn't really the best news if you're a young talent looking to break through at Stamford Bridge. I mean, just ask Lucas Piazza and Nathan, two Brazilians trapped under the Chelsea loan curse for what seems to be like forever now. However, what if we lived in a world where clubs were only allowed to use their youth academy players, no transfers, just relying on the homegrown talent? Wave goodbye to a cutthroat loan system, that'll be no more, and the Blues will have to keep hold of the abundance of talent they already have on the books. In today's video, we're simulating through career mode to see if Chelsea could survive or even potentially win silverware with youth academy players only. If you're going to enjoy the video and you're loving the brand new series launch on the channel, make sure to drop a like down below, subscribe with notifications on so you never miss out on a video, and comment down below what club should be next for this experiment. Just a heads up, we've already trialed this out with Manchester United last week, so make sure you go ahead and check that video out on the channel. It was the pilot, the debut for this youth academy only experiment. It seemed to go down pretty well with you guys, and you were leaving a lot of suggestions below, so I encourage you to do the same this time around. No players that have retired, aka John Terry, will be included in this squad. Only players that are still currently playing now, whether it's still for Chelsea or they are out at a different club. Nevertheless, as long as you came up through the Chelsea Youth Academy, you qualify for this side. You guys know how we do. We're going to kick it off position by position, and we're going to start things off with the goalkeepers, and it's the one position where I am just really fearing the worst right now. We have Neil Etheridge from the Philippines, 29 years of age, 74 rated, and then Jamal Blackman, the Englishman, who is only 69 overall. That is our one and only backup. Nothing more, nothing less. In our left back position, it's quite an interesting mix-up of players. We've got Ryan Bertrand, an experienced Southampton player, another experienced left back in Patrick Van Aanholt, now at Crystal Palace, and then we have Jonathan Panzo, an up-and-coming English star who's currently playing out in Belgium. Another young Dutchman, and it seems like he's Patrick Van Aanholt region. That's the kind of vibes I'm getting right now, but he can also play at right back and centre back. It is Ian Matson. As we take a glance over at our centre back position, it seems to be like it's a bit stronger, and we're going to have a bit more faith in it this time around. The Dane Andreas Christensen, who's currently playing at the club in real life right now. He will be the leader alongside Nathan Ake, who was officially loaned out to Bournemouth a few years ago. He's now a permanent transfer, and the 24-year-old used to be a career mode legend back in the day. Alongside them, backups, we do have Jeffrey Broom. A lot of Dutch players on this list so far. That is just a current trend I'm seeing. Thomas Callas, man who's been loaned out to multiple clubs. Another Bournemouth player in Chris Mepham, the Welshman, still only 21 years of age, did come up through the Chelsea Youth Academy. And we do have another backup who is currently playing for them in real life right now. He is a starter. It is Fikio Tomori from Frank Lampard's Derby County. He's brought over Tomori, and another player we'll get into in a bit, and another young starter. We're going to include a lot of the core players that Chelsea are really relying on this season in real life. Reece James, who just came back off a positive loan spell at Wigan. Frank Lampard's trusted and kept faith in the youngster, and he is starting for them at right back. We do have Tariq Lamptey, who I do believe made an appearance for the Blues in real life this season. And as we move on to the midfield, of course, it will be Declan Rice out at West Ham on a permanent basis. Mason Mount's best mate, and this could be a massive regret for Chelsea letting him go to a fellow London club in the Hammers. He's an exciting prospect, and I'm betting my money on him to grow and lead the midfield in seasons to come. As we progress further through the team, we do have the Chalobah brothers, the first set of brothers in this Chelsea Youth Academy squad. There seems to be a bit of family affairs going on right now. I do believe Nathaniel is out at Watford, and we have Trevor out in the Championship. Ola Aina recently had a little bit of a revival, you could say, of form out at Torino. They made it a permanent basis after his loan move, and the Nigerian is pretty versatile, can play on either side, and is a right back, left mid, right mid. Few surprises coming in here with Jack Cork, of all players. We've included him. He came from the Chelsea Youth Academy. We've decided to chuck him in, but the 30-year-old I don't see making all too much impact. And we do have Billy Gilmore. At the time of recording, he just had a midfield masterclass against Liverpool, knocking them out of the FA Cup. Good on you, lad. The Scotsman is 18 years of age, came onto the scene, I believe, in FIFA 19, and now he's solidified his wonder kid status. He's an exciting prospect, and I'm fascinated to see if he could break into the starting 11 in a few years to come. Alongside him will be Ruben Loftus-Cheek, recovering from a massive injury in real life right now, but he has been on the come up for quite some time. We do move on to Isaiah Brown, former Huddersfield Town player, now playing for Luton Town. It doesn't seem like he's getting into the Chelsea starting 11 anytime soon. I was hinting at him earlier. You all knew he was coming. It is Mason Mount. Now, now, starting week in, week out for Chelsea. Dreams come true. It was so close to taking Derby County all the way up to the Premier League last year, but he's now joined back to his parent club, and Frank Lampard has restored the faith in him. He's proven the doubters wrong alongside his other youth academy compatriots in the starting 11. Mason will definitely be the main jewel in this crown, especially in the midfield, as we move on to an Icelandic man who I didn't even realize came from their youth academy. It is Gudmundsson out at Burnley right now. Now, this is where the family affair continues. I could have included another Musonda brother. We do have Charlie Musonda, the Belgian, who's currently out on loan at Vitesse. He cropped up onto the scene not too long ago in FIFA 17. It's actually felt like quite a while, and he's still only 22 years of age. He's got that special something, so hopefully he can translate that into goals and assists for this brand new youth academy Chelsea team. And it's Fabio Borini, the Italian stallion, makes his mark, makes his return to England. The ex-Liverpool man, the ex-AC Milan player, he's out on loan at Hellas Verona right now. He also did manage to play for Sunderland in his time. Man, he's a proper journeyman. Old Fabio, he is a fan favourite. He is a club favourite, and love him or hate him, he is going to be back here at Stamford Bridge. Moving over to the attack now, we do have Bertrand Traore, personally one of my favourites from around FIFA 16. He was an absolute beast back then. Taking a slight dip in form, not really fell into the favour at Chelsea, and he's out on loan. Is he out on loan? I think he's out on a permanent basis at Olympique Lyon. The man from Burkina Faso is one of our best wingers right here. He is a right winger / right mid. He has that special something, just like Charlie Musonda. I got a good feeling about Traore's return. I think it could revive his career. And well, Callum Hudson-Odoi, probably one of the most hyped up wonder kids in the past year, especially in the Premier League and from Chelsea fans, really burst onto the scene last year. The winger, the attacker, showing bags of potential early on, unfortunately hindered with injuries this season. I presume one of the main growers in this youth academy team. Chelsea have so much attacking flair, so many youth talents to boast about, and with Callum Hudson-Odoi, we're just scratching the surface. Dominic Solanke is another interesting one. He is one of the few players that have moved from Chelsea and Liverpool. You might be familiar with Daniel Sturridge, who also made a similar little change, but now he's out at Bournemouth. He absolutely dominated the Under-17 World Cup a few years back, but now he hasn't really taken off his career, to be honest. Nevertheless, he returns to Stamford Bridge alongside Rhian Brewster, a current Liverpool wonder kid who is now out on loan at Swansea in the Championship. I honestly didn't know about his Chelsea origins until researching for this video, and that is the same for Mr. Eddie Nketiah. Yeah, I didn't think you'd expect this one. It is Arsenal's own Eddie, another young English striker who will be contending for that starting position alongside the main talisman, Tammy Abraham. A similar scenario to Rhian Brewster right now. He did go out on loan at Swansea, I believe, not last season, the season before, and he started 19-20 off with a bang. He was absolutely scoring for fun, and he needs to recuperate that form in this experiment because we're relying on him to bag some goals for us. A lot of weight is being put on the shoulders of the likes of Tammy Abraham, Mason Mount, Loftus-Cheek, Reece James, our only right back, and our only centre back options in Nathan Ake and Christensen. The only area that scares me, and well and truly scares me, is the goalkeeping position. Chelsea, why haven't you produced any decent youth academy goalkeepers? Get your shit together. Anyways, that is the entirety of the squad. We're going to take a look how they line up in a 4-3-3. We've got Etheridge in goal, basically our highest rated player. It wasn't really a hard decision there. We've got Bertrand, Ake, Christensen, and James to make up the back four. We have a really strong midfield three in Loftus-Cheek, Declan Rice, and Mason Mount, the two best friends. So hopefully the chemistry can get along there. Tammy Abraham leading the line. We've opted for Hudson-Odoi and Traore on the wings, and we're going to deploy them in a rather progressive 4-3-3. I think the lads are ready. We are set and roaring to go. It's going to be a baptism of fire for them in the Champions League. We also do have all the English competitions, a UEFA Super Cup as well. It is going to be an action-packed season one, to say the least. Simulate and pass season one. Let's hope the Blues can get it over the line. And season one, the debut year, is done and dusted. It's all over Red Rover, and it's a 13th place finish for the Youth Academy only Chelsea team, finishing in equal 12th alongside Crystal Palace. They finished in the bottom half of the table. They didn't get relegated though, which is a good sign. They stayed well and truly clear of the relegation zone, and it was Spurs to win the title, Liverpool, Man City, and Manchester United in the top four. I'm going to give it a shout and say that they could push for a top half of the table finish come season 2, it is only baby steps to start off with. In the FA Cup, it was early doom and gloom, losing 1-0 to Aston Villa, getting eliminated rather early, and I do believe Spurs went on to win the whole thing. Spurs, you guessed it, went on to win the Carabao Cup, and I am predicting a pretty early elimination here if we can even find ourselves, and yeah, we do. It's a 2-0 loss to Wolves in round 2. I'm not expecting all too much in the UEFA Super Cup. Yeah, a 3-0 battering to Liverpool. Embarrassing to say the least. And oh boy, here we go. Liverpool took out the Champions League and we finished bottom of Group H. Even Lille finished above us. It is Valencia and Ajax to go straight through to the round of 16, and we finished rock bottom only with 1 win. A humiliating season to say the least, especially with Spurs winning the treble, I do believe. They won so many trophies, our London rivals, but nevertheless, we're always going to have hurdles and obstacles to go over in these types of experiments. In Season 1, it is just the beginning. We got time, and Tammy Abraham was our top goal scorer this year with 15 goals and 2 assists. Fabio Borini winding back the clock, showing his class. The Italian managed to bag 6 goals and 3 assists. Mason Mount had a bit of a lackluster season, only with 5 goals and 6. Was expecting a bit more, only 11 goal contributions. Eddie Nketiah off the bench with 4 goals. Ruben Loftus-Cheek from the midfield with 8 goal contributions. Bertrand Traore only with 2 goals and 3 assists. We have the likes of Callum Hudson-Odoi only getting 1 goal and 1 assist. A few of the players here and there getting 1 goal, but for the rest, it was quite a lackluster start to this experiment. It was Neil Etheridge, God bless him, the poor soul, in there for 44 games, only managed to getting 9 clean sheets. The 30-year-old now, he's got a long, hard road ahead of him. Morale is down, team spirit is down, but hey, we still got the growth, we still got the potential. So Season 2 is another shot at the crown. We're not ending it here. The Blues are going to continue to march on. We're going to show the true power of the Chelsea Youth Academy. Season 2 is out the way, 38 games played, and there is definitely no second season syndrome here with the Chelsea youngsters. We are finished in 9th. We just spoke that into the universe. We manifested it. It was a top half of the table finish for them. Still 21 points away from finishing in the top 5 for European qualifications. Man City, Spurs, Man United, and Arsenal finish in the top 5. We have Leicester, Newcastle, and Wolves finishing above us. And it's another year staying way clear of that relegation zone. So hey, Chelsea could still survive with their youth academy talents. No doubt about that. But it is the cup competitions where it always comes back to bite us. In the FA Cup, we lose 2-1 to Manchester United in round 5. I am absolutely lost for words right now. I sincerely apologize. A clear lapse in my judgment. I actually really feel sorry for Chelsea right now. An 8-1 aggregate elimination to Manchester United in the Carabao Cup semi-finals. As long as it wasn't an early elimination, I was happy. But as soon as I saw that scoreline, yeah, I'm checking out of here. No UEFA Super Cup, no Champions League, no Europa League to showcase this year. We're only focusing purely on the domestic competitions. Well, it's the end of a new season and just something new to be embarrassed about. An 8-1 defeat to Manchester United. We can always focus on the individual seasons that the likes of Mason Mount, Tammy Abraham, and even Fabio Borini had, with Mason Mount 26 goal contributions. He definitely listened to our advice last year with 15 goals and 11 assists. That is major improvement from the English playmaker. We do have Tammy Abraham, our top scoring striker right now, with 11 goals. Even Fabio Borini chipped in with 11 goals and 3 assists. And Bertrand Traore definitely stepped it up a level this time around. 9 goals and 3 assists. Ruben Loftus-Cheek putting in a shift at midfield. The captain of this team, 8 goals and 6 assists. And even Dominic Solanke off the bench with 3 goals. Nathan Ake from centre back is getting 3 goals and 1 assist, so fair play to him. And Nketiah, Van Aanholt, and even Gallagher, Conor Gallagher, we didn't cover him in the preview. He was out on loan at Swansea, but he ended up getting 2 goals. Callum Hudson-Odoi, I'm looking at you, mate. It's not been an impressive year for you. Only 1 assist in 20 appearances. In Season 3, you've got a lot to answer for, mate. We're going to take a look and see what else happened. Declan Rice only with 2 assists. He is a CDM, so fair play. Reece James only bagging 1 assist as well. As we take a look at our goalkeeping, and Neil Etheridge really improved. I didn't expect it. At 31 years of age, the Filipino managed to bag 17 clean sheets. That is a major improvement on last year. I'm assuming the better defense obviously helped him out, but that is how the current team is looking heading into Season 3. Obviously, the 2 main issues that stick out like a sore thumb right now are left back Bertrand, only 75, and obviously the goalkeeping spot, which has been a problem since day 1. Yeah, let's see if we can finally get a hold of some silverware. And with that, Season 3 is out the way, and it was definitely an improvement year on year. They've climbed up the table, and the Blues now find themselves in 7th position with 67 points. They're still 10 points away from Arsenal sitting in 5th, and a lot of points away from Man United sitting in 4th, so European qualification was never really on the cards. They managed to stay afloat and even better challenge for European spots and finish in the top half of the table, so 7th isn't too bad at the end of the day. You've also got to consider the players lost, like they've lost massive players like Kante, Kepa, Azpilicueta and the likes, so this youth academy have got big boots to fill, and in the Carabao Cup, they got eliminated round 4, again to Wolves 3-1. This team just doesn't leave us alone, I swear. After eliminating Arsenal 2-1 in round 5, a 4-2 win over Aston Villa, and a 6-2 humiliation of Spurs at Wembley, we find ourselves in the big dance. It is the FA Cup final. The Blues have gotten themselves all the way to the most famous trophy in the land, the FA Cup. I'm definitely looking to play out that final, considering we haven't got any Champions League or Europa League results to show for. I am more than happy to take on Jurgen Klopp and defeat him at his own game. We're in the capital, we should be the favourites, and we're looking to cause an upset in our books because Liverpool have just been destroying it throughout this entire simulation. Right here, we have our best performers, and it's the last chance to see him in action before we play out this FA Cup final. It is Tammy Abraham, back-to-back seasons, the top goal scorer with 17 goals and 5 assists in there. Ruben Loftus-Cheek also managing to get 15 goals from midfield, 8 assists as well, and Eddie Nketiah showing his worth, going all the way up to an 80 overall, 11 goals off the bench, and it's Bertrand Traore piggybacking off the great momentum he picked up in Season 2, 11 goals and 6 assists. Callum Hudson-Odoi also with a major improvement upon Season 2 and Season 1's disaster class, and Mason Mount, he couldn't really live up to Season 2's form, but he still managed to put in those numbers, and there with 8 goals and 7, and I'm still surprised by Fabio Borini, 6 goals and 1 assist for the Italian winger. The veteran continues to show his class. Class is permanent, and it's Nathaniel Chalobah in there with 4 goals and 4 assists, filling in for someone in midfield. Someone obviously got injured, but then Andreas Christensen and Nathan Ake also picking up a couple of goals in there from centre back. Reece James from right back, bombing up and down that right hand side with 6 assists, so he has a season to remember. Neil Etheridge, the Filipino, with 10 clean sheets in 41 appearances. Now you'd like to think we're favourites, but we're going into this straight up underdogs. We're facing the Reds at Wembley. Well, for the first time in this series, we have the chance to battle it out for silverware. It was a deep FA Cup push, and hopefully that trophy can be draped in the beautiful blue ribbons of Chelsea, and the youth academy can prevail. And this is our Liverpool lineup, obviously not paying homage to the youth academy experiment slash challenge we're participating in, and you can't really even see, I don't know, this new update has literally broken FIFA. Considering the game's incompetence to show the right starting 11s, this is how we are lining up today. Abraham Traore and Hudson-Odoi leading the line up top, the same team we've stuck with throughout this entire simulation. Nonetheless, Bobby Firmino, get the ball rolling, son. We got a trophy to win. Here we go, Abraham already. Now Mason Mount. Mason Mount could do a little link up here with Tammy Abraham, who hit it on the volley. And straight away, it is our top goal scorer of Season 3. The number 9, our talisman, is broken the deadlock with 7 minutes to play. And the 2 Englishmen combine the ball over the top, completely fooling the Liverpool defense. Full little volley into the ground as well. It is 1-0 to the youth academy, only Chelsea. 6 goals in the FA Cup, and that is got to be one of the most important ones Tammy will score. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I didn't even see that coming, to be honest. What has even gone on there? Is that Harry Wilson, of all players, the Welshman, banging one into the top right-hand corner? He has finessed that to the extreme. And Neil Etheridge had no chance with that one. The number 7. No, it's Arthur. How did I even think that's Harry Wilson? Anyway, Arthur, the Brazilian, with the utmost pizzazz, gets Liverpool back in the game. It's 1-1. Back over to Arthur now, the goal scorer. We can't let him have a shot. And it's over to his fellow Brazilian. What an intercept. What a play. What a way to get the second. Liverpool edged themselves in front 2-1 for the first time in this match. And it is Mane who completely thunders that one into the back of the net. Arthur orchestrating that whole entire attack. And Neil Etheridge can't even make a save to save his life. Abraham make the run. And we do have Hudson-Odoi is onside. Flag stays down. Now the number 20 in on goal. Can he get the left foot finesse shot? And it's the goal for Loftus-Cheek. Thankfully, we get the equaliser off the rebound. And we are back in this game, baby. Straight in front of the Liverpool players as well. The Liverpool fans, I should say. And the youth academy boys starting to celebrate at Wembley. We can feel it. And what a save from Alisson at near post. But it was the number 12, El Capitano, to smack that one home. And it's actually come off the arm of Gomez as well. How humiliating. Doesn't matter how you score them. It's 2-2 and it's game on. Big tackle, Rice. That's what we want. Tammy on the run. Is he onside? Surely he is. He loses Van Dijk. Oh my goodness gracious me. Tammy Abraham, take a bow, my son. 61 minutes in, and he's only gone and placed it, finessed it into the top right-hand corner. Just manages to stay on side. Oh my gosh, VAR would have had a word with that one. My oh my, he could have ran one-on-one with Allison, but he didn't want to take any chances. And that's why he's our top goal scorer, because he can finish like that. 2 goals in the final for Tammy, and he is really turning heads. Midfield play is just absolutely outstanding right now. They're gaining confidence in every pass. Now Declan Rice on the attack, and his golden chance to get a goal in the final, and he's only gone and squandered it. Ooh, Declan Rice. He's headed down red card central. We will be down to 10 men for the last 10 minutes of the game. Can we bury this game? Now Mason Mount sets up El Capitano again. Loftus-Cheek, Allison off his line, and surely that is the trophy secured. 10 men Chelsea get on the counter attack, and it will be 4-2 to wrap things up. The little 1-2 between Mason Mount, who's just gotten so many assists today, and it's the captain with a double, our marksman, our goal scorer with a double, and Jurgen Klopp is about to cry. And that is all she wrote. 4-2 in the end, and it was the 2 English homegrown talents for Chelsea to make the difference. And hey, who said the youth academy can't win your trophies? And the captain gets to lift up the trophy. I'm a bit cut. Declan Rice doesn't get to celebrate with his best mate Mason Mount. And Chelsea's youth academy ends up winning the FA Cup by the end of this experiment. If you did go ahead and enjoy it, make sure to smack a like on it down below, hit subscribe, turn on those notifications for more FIFA 20 career mode content coming at ya. We got the blue ribbons on that FA Cup trophy, and that's exactly what I'll leave you with. Make sure to comment down below, who did I miss out, and what team should we do this experiment with next. I've been BCHD. Hope you did enjoy. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you all in the very next video.